Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast. What a great day today is.
Why?
I don't know. I'm a little bit sweaty because it's nice and warm. Do you know what it is?
Your hair like this for a while.
I have been sort of shocked a little bit by the temperature change. It has been a cool 18, 19 degrees. Yeah. And then boom, 27. I'm 26 right now as well.
Yeah, we're in a studio that's air conditioned though, and you've been down here for about half an hour, so why are you so sweaty?
Do you know what it is? It's because we had a pint of Guinness beforehand, and if I don't have enough one, my body craves it so much, it gives me a little bit of a weird reaction.
I think that
might be a problem.
Alcoholism.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I think you might already be on the bridge.
I broke that bridge. We've got to just shout out our Patreon very quickly. It is patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. We have got New York vlogs, come down with me, early access, we've got it all there. New York behind the scenes part 2 is coming out. Well, you're watching this on Tuesday. Thursday it'll be out the 18th of August. Very excited for you to watch that. That was date. What are you looking at? I'm trying to do what Ethan wants us to do. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan James.
Yes, hello everyone. Yes, subscribe the shit out of it.
And he wants us to plug the Patreon early. And as I'm doing it, you're laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
You are.
I'm laughing with you.
I wanted to plug the YouTube channel more so. I want people to subscribe, please. I'm not obsessed about the Patreon.
Okay.
That was weird.
That was really weird.
The reason I'm laughing is because you normally wear mustard and navy, but today it's all just been sort of washed out a little bit. You've got a lighter blue and a lighter yellow.
But you like this, don't you?
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Ethan James put something in the group today about one of his mates drunk texted him at 2 a.m. He often receives drunk texts from his mates. Like a booty call, wasn't it, Ethan?
No.
Booty in the old-fashioned pirate sense, though.
Yeah. Like what is the old-fashioned pirate sense?
Like pirates' booty, like something that they'd steal or like treasures and that.
Okay.
Have you never heard of that?
Never heard of a booty.
Pirate's booty.
You're just talking shit. The pirates never had a booty.
Your brain is genuinely more buffalo sauce than brain cells.
But you don't even know what a booty is. You just made up words after it. I said, "What's a booty?" You went, "Oh, it's a booty."
A pirate's booty, like treasure, like stuff that they'd steal or like bring back.
They would steal stuff and it'd be called their booty.
Yeah.
And you think that's why we call it a booty now? Because if anything, it is like treasure.
I think it's more like a car booty because it hangs out the back. And with the right key, you can open it.
Right, before we get going in the pod, there is an apology straight away.
What?
And I've got to start the podcast with what we normally don't do to the end, the 9 out of 10 club.
Right. What's the apology?
The apology is we were going to do the chicken wars today.
Don't tell me you've not brought it.
I unfortunately haven't had the access to drive to Miami Crispy.
What do you mean the access?
I just didn't have my car today.
Right.
And it's pretty far away.
Because Miami Crispy is the last one on the crispy chicken burger wars. And you've been building it up for so long, at some point it ain't going to live up to the potential.
It might close. It might close by the time I get there, but there's an apology from me, and I'm going to hopefully sort of repay you by providing you with what I think is a 9 out of 10 club drink.
So do 9 out of 10 at the start today?
Yes, because I think we can enjoy the drink whilst we have a great chat just talking about us Sloppy Joes.
Wow.
I said to you...
I bring to you, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like it's in a glass bottle.
I went to the local shop to try and pick the best lager they had.
Someone works for the BBC. Fucking hell.
I
went to local shop.
All right, I went to Morrison's
to buy a bottle of best lager they have. Just a pint, please. A pint, please, darling. And a packet of potato chips. That's what they do in Corrie and that, because they're not allowed to say brand names.
I do like it in like films in Corrie and EastEnders where they just ask for a lager.
Yeah.
Like that would just automatically...
Pint of lager, please. And... scratch card.
I got some lagers straight away, 9 out of 10 club lagers that you can buy from a shop. Please suggest something.
So I personally believe the best supermarket lager is Kronenberg 1664. I think it's the best one that you can get anywhere. I think it's that.
Okay.
For me, the best lager.
You know, it was weird that you told me that, and I should have. I didn't
Yeah.
even buy them,
Worst
even though they were on
lagers-
offer.
Worst lagers, if we have to. Obviously, Carlin is dreadful.
Yeah.
Obviously, Foster's is dreadful. Obviously, Carlsberg, I've not had it since the new recipe, used to be the worst. Also, it's
recipe?
Scouse lager, so you can't drink that.
What? Oh yeah, you
Sponsor
just-
Liverpool for
yeah,
years. The other, I think Budweiser is absolutely crap. The actual normal Budweiser. Nothing to do with their market. In fact, that's the best thing they've ever done.
Yeah, there is the best
But
thing.
the actual Budweiser old-fashioned brown bottle red label just tastes bad.
Ethan, if I was going to a shop and to buy 9 out of 10 lager, what would you suggest?
I'm a big fan of Heineken. I think it's underrated. I do enjoy a Heineken.
I'm with you there.
Is it Heineken?
No.
I like Amstel. Big
Ooh,
fan of
a
Amstel.
nice
No
bottle.
one said the brand I've
A
got.
bottle of J-Lo, as they call it.
What are you doing there?
Amstel, Jenny from the block.
Oof. Oh, that was really bad. Right, I'm going to get this out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the 9
Ladies and
out of 10
gentlemen.
Club Lager that I think is beautiful is the Birra Moretti. Some of Italy's finest lager.
Is it though?
Premium lager. It is. Better than Peroni. It
Yeah,
is better than
you know what?
Peroni.
Moretti's not bad, actually.
Yeah,
Is
what do you mean
is
not
Moretti
bad?
one of the, don't do the thing where you slide it across the table that makes so much noise that everyone has to turn off. Is Moretti one of those ones that's genuine, or is it like...
No. He's a genuinely Italian lager.
Because, you know, we know, of course, and I'm skirting around the issue, but we know, of course, I'm talking about Madri here.
Yes.
Which has literally got a
Hey,
picture.
please.
It says the taste of Madrid. It's got a little man on it with a checkered shirt on, but it's made. Is it Carlsberg who make it?
I think you want to spread a big rumour, don't you?
Have you seen this, Ethan? Do you know Madri, the beer that sort of popped up out of nowhere
Yeah,
about 18
yeah,
months
yeah.
ago?
Yeah.
That is obviously Madrid, as in close to Madrid.
Yeah.
It says the taste of Madrid. It's not remotely Spanish. It's
Yeah.
not old.
Yeah.
It is a new beer made by I think Carlsberg or Carlin.
Carlin,
and
I think.
it's made in Leeds.
Yeah, but Philadelphia spread's not anything to do with Philadelphia.
And on that note, I'm beat.
Cheers, everyone. 9 out of 10
Cheers.
Club Lager. It is a good lager.
Right. Okay. So what are the tasting notes? First of all, lager is
It's quite in your face,
relatively light-hearted in terms of a flavour, isn't it?
actually. Yeah.
It's jovial. It's jocular.
It's only got like 4 ingredients. This is a 4.6 for any of you boozers out there.
Out of 10.
No, not a 10. No, you cheeky fucker. This is a 4.6 for all you boozers out there. It's made in Edinburgh. It's part of the Heineken family.
Made in
Ethan
Edinburgh.
James.
Classic.
Mm.
Right. So this is another knockoff then, isn't it?
No, it is. No, because sometimes beer
Wait,
companies.
So it's owned
will-
by Heineken and it's made in Edinburgh. The taste of Italy.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it shipped in from Italy. Sometimes
Why not?
Sometimes they sell the method and ingredients to a brewery and they make it for you.
Ethan, I know it says here, Beer Moretti was founded in Italy in 1859 by Luigi Moretti.
That's
But-
Luigi there. Cut to me. He's there, loving life.
Okay. Right. Let's have a go.
You keep saying let's have a go. You've had about 4 swigs. I think it's all right.
Right. What? Why do you keep doing this?
No,
You
I
bring
don't.
in
I want
1
you
out
to
of
have a
10.
beer. I want you to have a beer with the
You
boys.
bring in 1 out of 10s and say they're a 3 out of 10. You bring in 9 out of 10s and say they're all right.
I want you to have a beer with the boys.
Why are you disrespecting
We've not had a beer on the show for a long, long time.
So was this about wanting a 9 out of 10 drink or was this about wanting a beer?
This was the best lager for me that was on offer. Therefore, for me,
You normally-
9 out of 10.
You normally buy COVID. What's it called?
Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said don't buy Corona.
Yeah, but you're meant to bring in the thing you like the most.
I would have bought in Corona, but you put me off. I thought I wasn't going to get your vote. It's like when, the general election, people will swing and...
So
and-
weirdly, you didn't back yourself, but then you also didn't go for the lager I recommended, which was Kronenberg.
Well, I thought you were taking the mick out of me. I
Oh.
thought it was like a red herring. You laughing with your mate. Once
Red Herring is a lovely lager, by the way.
Cheers.
They make it at Thornbridge.
Ethan James?
I can't believe you've gone with Beer Moretti.
What do you mean? It's fucking lovely.
It's fucking lovely. Proper scouse then. I don't know what happened there.
Fucking lovely.
I think Moretti's overrated.
Oh wow.
I do. I think a lot of, actually thinking about it, a lot of the Italian lagers, I think, are Peroni and Moretti, and everyone hypes them both up. Peroni's not that good. Moretti's not that good. There's better lagers out there. I just like a pint of, when you get like a fresh pint of Peroni, it's not that refreshing. I don't think. I'd much rather a Heineken.
This
Or
is owned
maybe-
by.
Going on about Heineken. Are you
This
on
is
commission?
owned by and brewed by Heineken. Does that help? Does that help his odds?
Well, it's just a different drink, though, isn't it? I like when we talk about refreshing drinks, and you mentioned before like Corona. I quite like those like light Spanish kind of like your Coronas, your Sols, your Modelos of the world.
Yeah.
Enjoy them. This is I just don't know what it is.
Are any of those drinks Spanish?
I think Corona's Mexican. Sol is, where's Sol from? Desperado? Oh, that's Mexican.
Yeah,
as
like
well.
Spanish speaking at least.
He knows what. Yeah, exactly. Spanish speaking. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Mexican. Go on.
So, and I don't really know what Moretti falls.
Modelo.
I'm not a fan.
Mexican. So you like a Mexican beer?
Yeah, I would have gone with that, Ethan.
And I like a Dutch beer.
A Dutch beer.
Such as Heineken?
An
Heineken.
Amstel.
An Amstel.
Oh. Well, right. So what we saying? How many out of 10?
It's not a 9 out of 10, is it? When you think, like... Also, do you know the fundamental other issue here? Beer doesn't taste nearly as good as, like, Coca-Cola or orange juice or something.
Yeah, it's weird,
Do
isn't
you know
it?
what I mean?
Do you
Because
know
we
what
love
weirdly
it.
tastes nice as cider, but that's weirdly like you look down upon in a way.
Yeah, because it means you play rugby union.
You ever had inches?
Pardon? What, you had a few ciders and then you...
You've had inches before?
Inch of cider? I haven't actually, no.
Inches? 7 or 8?
Yeah.
In a pub and a big night out.
Oh,
probably
sorry,
about 7
yeah.
or 8 inches. How many inches do you have, Ethan? If you want a big night out?
Man, this is...
Sorry, I was looking elsewhere. How many inches do I
Sorry,
get
when
on
you
a
were
night
looking
out?
elsewhere...
Where are you looking?
All
You're in a
you've-
corner.
This is all you've got, man!
You turn your face in the corner and go, I'm going to look over here for a minute.
What inches are you asking?
Oh,
if I
it's
have?
Inches
Just
cider.
Just say 3.5.
Oh, it's cider. I don't like cider.
How many are you giving this out of 10? We can move on to everyone's
7.
weeks. 7. Ethan?
6.
I'll probably go for a 5.
Joe!
Right then. How have we been, Joe? You've been
been
away.
Yeah, I went away... No, what do you mean again?
They're going to be knocking on your door. The tax boys. Where have you been, Joe?
For what? What? So the tax boys, which sounds like someone who got to judges' houses on X Factor, are knocking on my door and saying, "Where have you been?"
Yeah, they'd love to know where you've been.
I went away for 4 days in Buxton.
Oh, okay. Was it Buxton?
Yeah, well,
Did
it's
you see
all
the
right.
fan-
To be specific, it was near Hartington.
Right, because Buxton is great.
Okay.
I've never been to Hartington.
Right. What are you insinuating?
Let's let people know it's the Peak District you're in,
Right.
which is just little weird towns
Yeah.
with massive fields
Called
in
things
between
like
them.
Smelk and Leek.
Yes.
And Hartington.
Whaley Bridge.
Whaley Bridge, for instance. Disley.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I loved it. Loved it.
Where did you stay?
We stayed near Hartington in a
Okay.
in a sort of a large Airbnb farmhouse. The whole family stayed there.
Who, your family or Lizzie's family?
My family. And it was very much a coffee-based week. I brought my espresso machine. I arrived with
What
this...
a fucking sad bat. You brought your coffee machine on holiday. Ethan, come on, you got to back me up here. He brought his coffee machine on.
He's just a fucking...
He's on wanted for lager. It's all coming out. I'm sorry.
I brought my
Actually, I apologise. You brought your espresso machine.
I brought my espresso machine.
It's not big, is it? A little one.
Yeah, it's about this big. It
Oof,
fits in a car boot. I brought my espresso
I
machine.
can imagine you like Mr. Bean when he drives the Mini from on top of the car
Yeah.
with all of his with all your
Espresso
coffee.
squirting in my eyes.
Yeah.
And I arrived there, and my dad had already brought his espresso machine.
Oh my god.
So you're going to call him a twat as well now, are you?
No.
Twat.
No.
Hey, what's
what
that?
did you say, Ethan?
He'll
right,
knock
so
you out, you Jordan little shit.
You've got 2 espresso machines now.
Yeah. So now it's basically some sort of World Championships espresso off. No one says anything, but essentially it's...
And is he
Mano
making
a mano.
it differently to you?
He's got a slightly different method to me, yeah.
Go on.
Well, his has got a slightly smaller basket. So he's making a 14 gram. He's grinding out 14 grams of coffee, and I'm starting with an 18. Right?
You've already got, a mountain to climb.
Well, actually, he's got the mountain to climb because technically my surface area ratio is far superior to his.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a better product. But the thing is, he's got years on me. You see, he's got time on his hands, and he's recently cleaned out his filter. Now that is allowing a water flow the likes of which I haven't seen in a very long time.
And what makes the best espresso?
Well, it depends what you like. If you like a darker roast or a lighter roast, but we had a mixture of the two. We were going dark, light, dark, light. It was basically like cycles of the day: moon, sun, moon, sun. And eventually we just settled on, whatever you fancy in the moment.
Right, when's the last time during the day you can have an espresso?
Yeah, this is a problem, innit? Because you have two. I've realised, actually...
You shit straight away.
I've realised... As smell...
The smell can do it.
Sometimes the smell can do it. I told you about the time I accidentally Pavlovian conditioned myself when I was at uni, didn't I?
I think so.
Because I bought the scented toilet roll when I first moved out of my mum and dad's house. I moved to uni. I bought the scented toilet roll, the shea butter, because we were quite a recycled toilet roll kind of family at home.
What does that mean? Your dad used to wipe, then he used to pass it to you.
Yeah. So he'd wipe, then you put it straight in the freezer.
Oh,
so you need,
I wish I didn't make that joke.
Because after 21 days in the freezer, all the bacteria is gone. So the smear and the smell is still there, but there's no living bacteria.
Brilliant.
So no, recycled toilet paper is where it's like made out of reconstituted toilet papers and that, but it can have a slightly plasticky finish.
Yeah.
So I thought when I move away, one of the things I'm sorting out, I'm getting good toilet roll.
Treating myself.
So I got there. I'd never even seen the toilet roll out before. 1 ply, 2 ply, 3 ply. Yeah, 3 ply with scent. And I thought, I'm going all out. I'm getting 3 ply with scent. Shea butter, I don't know what that means, but it sounds lovely. So I get it home, and then I end up keeping the toilet roll in my bedroom because people used to nick it in the communal toilets.
Cheeky fuckers.
That's what it's like at uni, though, isn't it? I can't
dog
blame
eat
them.
dog.
Dog eat dog. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you ever have anything stolen from you, Ethan?
I think when I signed up to this podcast, my dignity went very quickly.
Yeah, but you got 33% of the podcast in return, so, what is your dignity truly worth? Right. So I kept it in my room. But it meant that the smell of the toilet roll, so you wipe your bum.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in my bedroom, I could smell it. And my brain thinks, oh, you must be having a poo.
Really?
You need a poo, because I associate that smell with doing a poo. So it got to the point where every time I came into my bedroom, I had to do a shit. I was doing 7 or 8 shits a day, and I couldn't work out why. But I realised I'd Pavlovian conditioned myself into needing a shit. I think I've told that before. But espresso, back to that.
Yeah.
I've realised that I'm just living on the cusp of having a panic attack all my life.
Because espressos are literally a gateway to one, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you have 1 espresso, you're probably fine. On a good day, you can take 2 under your belt pretty nicely. Mm-hmm. If you push 3, it's game over for me.
Yeah.
But I've realised that I don't live in a realm of safety. I live pushing it to the brink. I'll often have a half-finished...
in a realm of safety?
Because you could sit... So let's say here's the line of how much coffee I need to have a panic attack. My entire life, I am here.
Right, are you right under it?
And you think, why don't I just have 1 less? But I like the taste so much.
Yeah.
So I was getting to the point in some of the nights where I was like sitting in the living room like that.
Oh, on it.
I may have won the battle, but I've lost the war.
Yeah. Did you incorporate coffee into any desserts, like a tiramisu?
I don't really like coffee-flavoured things.
Oh my god.
What?
Well, you bloody love coffee-flavoured things. You love coffee.
Right.
So that surprises me, because all you have is coffee.
I'm a bit surprised as well by the idea that you don't like coffee-flavoured things.
But I think it's like... Imagine someone came... What's your favourite thing in the world? Like...
Chicken wings.
Sort of... Yeah.
What, are we talking
oil
flavours?
or whatever.
We're talking flavours.
Oil. Right?
What kind? Like sun-dried tomato oil?
So imagine someone came to you and said, we've got some oil-flavoured
You need
soda.
to be more. It can't be petrol, can it? What do you mean? Are we talking olive oil?
Cooking oil.
Sunflower oil.
Sunflower.
Jesus.
Probably your favourite food.
It's not one of my favourite oils, though.
What's your favourite oil?
I'd probably say olive oil.
Okay.
So I can just pour that on bread without feeling too guilty.
Yeah, so imagine someone came to you and said, we've made an olive oil flavoured soda.
Oh, this is
an
a terrible
olive oil flavoured
example.
dessert. You
Awful
wouldn't want it,
example.
would you?
Excuse me. I've had olive oil on chocolate mousse before, and it's probably one of the nicest things I've ever had.
That's what it is. How has your week been?
I feel like we've got more questions.
Okay, what you got?
What did you do for entertainment?
Well, it was largely
naked wrestling.
a lot of... I think we've got to a point as a family where there's 3 of us kids, and 2 of the 3 of us, we've all got partners, and 2 of the 3 of us have got kids.
Yeah.
I haven't, but my sisters have. So most of the day is this sort of bittersweet combination of being completely in awe and in love with these kids, but also stopping them killing themselves, each other, or us.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They couldn't be... Like, do you know if you've got buckets as a person, emotional buckets? You've got a stress bucket, you've got a love bucket. Yeah?
Did your dad bring a bucket?
Your mum? Right, cut that.
The magic
Cut
thing.
that.
What do you mean?
Cut that.
No,
It's
no,
staying
no.
in. There's no
Staying
cutting in
in.
this episode.
Sorry, do you know what made me think of? Who brings a bag of shit to a pub in between us? Your dad does, your mum. That's why I said it. I don't really mean that I love your mum. Right.
But didn't you bring... Oh, never mind.
He didn't bring a bucket, he brought a milk jug. So imagine you've got a stress bucket and a love bucket, right? The strange thing about kids is they completely fill both buckets.
Right.
So you hate them, but you love them just enough to not kill them.
Nice.
So they're amazing to be around, but most of the week was kind of, how's he doing? How's she doing? She's upset. He's throwing a little toy tractor at him. And you're basically spend your whole week playing swing ball against a kid that is nowhere near as good as you.
And you want to put a hole in the bucket.
Not sure whether to beat them or not. Do you know what I mean?
So would you be a good dad, do you think, now, spending 4 days with kids? Do you think you'd be able to be,
I'm
best dad going?
I think as a dad, I might be a sort of like, do you know Nani who used to play for Man United? I worry that I might be a moments player. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, as a parent, you need to be a sort of 7.5 out of 10, 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm amazing at turning up with the best moment of the kid's day.
Right.
But then not really, she shat herself.
She shit herself.
Do you know what I mean? I'm worried that I'm not going to be as good at the sort of minute-by-minute parenting, and I'm just going to turn up with an incredible...
But your highlights reel.
The 30-yard volleys.
Unbelievable.
On YouTube, my montage as a dad, you'd think I was the best dad in the world, but day by day, I'm slightly frustrating.
Right.
What do you think? I think you'd be a good dad.
Oh, I don't know. It's just, do you know what it is?
What?
It's like, I think you've made a good point. When you look after someone, especially a kid when they're a baby, just... It's all the time.
I know. It is 24/7.
And is that a bit too much? Like with a dog, I love Buck the dog, but when we go out, he just chills out in the house by himself. That's 3 hours a piece.
Watching telly and that.
Watching telly, we put on Classic FM. He loves it. You can't do that to a baby.
You will literally have it taken off
You
you.
can't just put a bowl of water in the corner and wish him good luck.
Because they love Fanta.
They do.
And it's expensive.
Even James, would you be a good dad?
No, probably not. No.
Do you want kids? Yeah, do you want kids, Ethan? Dream.
I'm not arsed now.
But the good thing about your kids is...
My kids?
Your kids. Do you know how Bruno Mars is like 5'3", and he insists that all his dancers are the same height, so he never looks bad?
Yeah.
You're pulling out some mad references.
By the time your kids are 7 years old, they'll be able to stick up for you when you go out in the park, because they'll be your height. So do you know what I mean? Some of the things that maybe are slightly scary for you now, your sort of 7 or 8 year old kids will be able to look after you through it.
So when they're getting in trouble in the park and you've got to stick up for them, you'll be able to do that. But when they get to about 7 or 8, then they can come to the pub with you and they can start beating up people in the pub.
Oh yeah. Well, yes, that's a positive, I guess. I think I need to sort myself out before I can sort other people out. I think that's what I need to do.
I don't think you're too far off.
I'm too scared to drive on the motorway.
Right.
Right, talk to us about that. Why?
It's
It's
just
the safest road. Less crashes happen on the motorway.
I think the bit that scares me the most is that
Why did you do that?
I just don't know where to go.
So, sorry.
I think the motorways...
Do you ever find
they're
yourself
easy.
just on the motorway without a destination? Is that
So
what you're saying?
what I'm thinking is, I'll be on the motorway, and then I'll get so far and I'll get scared to come off, and I'll just not stop and I'll just keep going, and going and going until the road runs out.
How can you not get off the motorway? Why don't you just also till the road runs out? When you end up in fucking Strathclyde or whatever it is. How is it?
Land's End to John O'Groves.
Sorry, who?
John O'Groves?
Yeah, John O'Groves. It's famously Land's End to John O'Groves.
What is it, John O'Groves?
Yes. Ethan, what do you mean you can't get off the motorway?
I'm just thinking.
And if we're honest, because I can't see you because there's a lot of technology in the way, are you on the motorway now on a Zoom call producing this over the phone?
Well, no, because I just feel, I don't know, the prospect of it worries me a bit, just slowing down and
Would it
coming
help
off.
if we were in the car with you?
And I wouldn't know how to get back.
You would? No, you would.
The idea of like the M60
because you
is
put
a
your
ring
phone
road.
on. You put your phone on and it
No,
tells
but
you
I've
where
got
to
the
go.
phone onto my initial destination to get onto the motorway. Then I need to get it back to going home, and you can't go on your phone and drive, especially.
Wait. So what? So You change it when you've stopped at your destination. What's your destination?
But I'm not going to stop.
drive-through.
I'm just going to keep driving the first time I do the motorway just to see.
This is one of the most insane things I've ever
You've
heard.
never done the motorway?
No, well, I've done it with my driving instructor.
Do you remember he made him go 80 miles an hour to get over the fear of going 70 miles an hour?
Yeah. Well, you know the motorway's pretty. It's all right to get off and on. Just stay in the left lane, do your thing, know your destination.
I wouldn't like to get back home.
I just don't know what you mean by this.
Here's what you can do. Here's what you can do. I've got an idea for that. So, when you leave your house, do you know how to get to the motorway from yours?
And with the Google Maps at that point, I'm sure I would.
No, without Google Maps.
No,
could you
not
get
a
to-
clue,
right,
not a
look
clue.
forward to that.
Right, well, there's Stretford. Where you live, get on to the Stretford A Road, down past Old Trafford, then you hop onto the M60. That's a loop.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be
You can do
stuck
the
on there
full wheel.
forever, but you'll never go to the road runs out.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. A loop is exactly what I'm looking for.
Right,
Imagine
let's
that.
fucking do it.
Imagine
Patreon
Ethan
exclusive.
rings up on Monday. I can't come to work because I've been driving around the M60 for 48 hours.
We'll take Ethan James on the M60.
He's getting
Brilliant.
refueled on the fly like a jet plane in the air.
I had WingFest London last weekend.
You bloody
The
love it,
dream. Let's add in a video now of a man who tried the hot sauce but collapsed because it really.
Fucking what?
Play the clip.
No, don't
Play the clip.
No, don't play the clip. What do you mean? Someone.
Play it again.
What happened? The fucking
The hot sauce was too hot for him.
No, I get that.
I don't know what bit you want me to explain.
No, well, if you let me finish the question, you might know.
The hot
No,
sauce.
you're still not letting me finish the question, are you, Joe?
Right, come on.
There is no there is no obvious connection between something being too hot and a person collapsing. Did his brain give up? Did his fucking heart give up? What
Press
made them
play
No,
on that.
not press play. Look at him, he's
Press
dead.
play on it, and then we'll play it now. So you react, please. Play the clip now.
Get down the stairs. Fuck him up here, he'll never get down the stairs. Yeah, sit there. Sit down.
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. What's happening there?
Because he tried to do the hot wing
No,
challenge.
stop saying the same information, Joe. What happened within his body for him to collapse?
I think the hot wing challenge
I am going
is
to
essentially
strangle
poison.
you. Right.
So what his body is doing is reacting to the hot sauce poison.
Yeah, you've
And I don't know what you want from me.
You've still said nothing.
What do you want me to say? I'm not a doctor.
But presumably there was doctors there. On that
There was
video,
a paramedic there. Paramedic? What did I say? There's a paramedic there
Paramedic.
who, do you know when they announce that there's a paramedic at WingFest, they boo him. Like, there's some sort of like, we're so tough, we don't need one of them. He said, I've never been booed before, this poor paramedic.
I mean, to go from literally clapping and cheering them during COVID to now booing them is a real 180 that I didn't see coming.
It is a real 180. London was brilliant, by the way.
Yeah.
Although, Travelodges,
Okay.
sort yourself out.
Wow, here we go.
The worst bed in existence, creaky as fuck, don't have aircon, just a fan, which, when I turned
So
on...
you're a fan of aircon?
Fan of aircon. When I turned on the fan in the Travelodge, and it's not just one Travelodge, I've been to a couple of them. I've said to WingFest, don't book me in Travelodges.
Wow, look at
Premier,
him.
I know, I'm being a diva here.
You're
I
such a
turned the
diva.
fan on, poof, dust everywhere in the room. Blech, like that. Throwing up, disaster. Breakfast? Don't even think about breakfast. 16 quid
Oof, that's a lot.
for a couple of sausages.
Well,
I would have got my money's worth.
is it a buffet?
It is a buffet.
So, first of all, did you pay for the breakfast?
No, I didn't. So I
Second
was
of
going
all-
to a festival full of free wings, so far. Just
If you had have paid for the breakfast,
great question. I know what
you,
you're gonna say.
you say you're getting your money's worth. What to you is 16 quid's worth of breakfast that you would be eating in that Travelodge in the morning through gritted teeth? What's on the plate?
Okay, so it's a 3-course meal. It is cereal to start off with.
Cereal.
Cocoa Pops, yes please, full fat milk. Gotta get the good stuff. Then I'd go 3 sausages, 3 bacon, 2 eggs, 2 hash brown. If there's any black pudding or white pudding, yes please.
White pudding?
Mushrooms.
Why? There's no fucking white pudding in a Travelodge.
Beans, 2 delicious fried eggs with about 3 to 4 pieces of toast.
Any tomatoes?
Then fuck the tomatoes.
What?
Then tomato. What you doing?
Oh my god.
Tomatoes
You're
on
one of
a
the most
breakfast
ranty little boys
are
I've ever met
the
in my
weirdest-
life.
Ethan James, tomatoes on a breakfast.
Oh, tomatoes in life. Fuck off.
Right, well he's gone too
Well,
far.
he's gone. Well, I don't know.
Apart
didn't
from
even-
When I needed
ketchup.
you my time and need, Ethan, you sort of lowered the tone more.
Fuck 'em off, is that I say.
Okay, great. Right, and then what the third course is, if there's any pastries kicking
And
about.
it's sorry, with the
for dessert, pano shock.
with the full English, back to that a sec. Are you having any bread or fried bread or toast?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that?
yeah, about 3 or 4 slices.
Of
Bread.
you getting bread?
All right, toast.
Fried bread?
No, some places don't do fried bread, Joe.
Yeah, but you also mentioned white pudding, which
The thing
clearly
is,
isn't
you know
gonna
what's
be a
really ruined?
travel
You know
lodge.
what's really ruined the fried bread scene, which was a scene I really fully backed, was the government forcing people to put how many calories are on each thing.
Oh yeah.
So when you get a fried piece of bread,
it says
and
981
it says
calories.
900 calories, that has put people off from even trying it.
Yeah.
So I don't think the fried.
Surely it's not that much.
It
Nah, it's
depends.
about 300
It depends how they're doing it, because there's 2 ways to do fried bread. One is when you're doing it at home, you sort of drape some bread across the. There is. One is you drape. There is two. Isn't it? One is you drape a slice of bread across the sort of bebaconed,
delicious.
the bebaconed
Yeah,
pan.
yeah,
So you've got your bacon grease, you've got a bit of crispy bacon bits.
Yeah.
You sort of drag the toast across it, flip it over, do it. The other way, and that is probably about 200-300 calories.
Yeah.
The other way to do it is literally deep fry a piece of bread,
Yeah.
and that is about 500-600 calories because it soaks up so much more. So it depends what you're doing, but the bebaconed pan, sort of with a bit of bread dragged across it, is by far the best method.
What we saw in America, Drew, was interesting when we went to that buffet and there was all those sausages and that, and they made like a big absorbent pad of bread. Do you remember to absorb all that?
Oh, I should have took a picture of this.
Should have took a picture.
So do you know sometimes the mushrooms was the crucial one?
Ah,
you know
yes.
mushrooms especially when you get them in the kind of buffet tray. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Silver tray, it's Christmas time in the city. They take the top off, and they
Who
can
does? This extra.
no the workers at the venue. So they take the tops off, and the mushrooms will be sat in their own sort of moisture at this point, their own steam, their own juices. You put that on your plate, and it's pissing everywhere. It's moistening your toast. No one wants that.
Look.
What they did at this place was, as he's already nailed it.
Yep.
They laid down a base layer of white bread underneath the mushrooms, and then put them on that. So underneath the mushrooms, you had bread that had soaked up all the moisture from the mushrooms.
Delicious. That
Are
sounds.
you eating that bread?
I would eat that bread. Yeah. That sounds delicious.
And dessert, sorry?
Dessert was a pan au chocolat, which I'm really sort of. I'm moving away from the pan au chocolat scene because the chocolat is not.
And it was a
existent.
sin that you backed, wasn't
It's
it?
pan au drizzle of chocolate these days.
What's that mean?
Like, there's hardly any chocolate in the pan au chocolates. Back in my day,
What day?
you'd be like a dairy milk inside.
Right.
Now it's a drizzle, if best.
If best, ladies and gentlemen, as a sentence.
Apart from that, WingFest was a success, and you've got Manchester WingFest.
Yeah, by
this
the time
weekend.
this comes out, we'll have already done it. So we'll have a little message from both of us. But next week, we'll be talking about exactly what happened there.
Should we do a Joe versus Joe?
Before that, can I tell you about one other thing?
Come on.
I was at the gym yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I've realised, people talk about like headspaces that they get in.
Yeah.
And I want to get your take on this as well. Like where you have to go mentally to get that final push, whether that be in the gym, whether it be at work, whether you're, in the final, in the sixth of the 7 hours of DJing in the Bristol-based shopping centre.
Yes.
Where you have to go mentally to get there. And I've told you before, I think that sometimes I pretend I'm a chimpanzee. Have I told you this?
No.
So I'll be at the gym. I'll be at the gym and I'll just pretend I'm a chimpanzee.
What?
So I'm just going in my head, like, they've got this like extra strength
I
of
feel like-
humans.
are you sure you want to admit this?
I don't know.
You feel like you're an animal. You like pretend to
I
be an
pretend
animal.
to be a chimpanzee that's just got like double human strength, and then it's just
Planet of the Apes.
like that. In my head, I'm not making the noise out loud,
Yeah.
but I'm just like lifting and moving, right? But I had a new one last week.
Oh, God.
So this week I was in those final reps, and I was doing my cousin. Have you met my cousin? You haven't yet?
You do.
He goes to. No, I wasn't.
Wow.
doing my cousin.
What a gym session. What animal was he? Fucking hell.
He was all man.
Throwing him about.
No, I was.
Carry on.
He goes to the gym a lot. I was doing his workout
Yeah.
that he'd sent me, and it had like 20 sets, 24 sets in like 45 minutes, which is too fast. So in order to complete these sets, right, I had to enter a new realm.
Oh, fuck
And
me.
the place where my brain went this day, I was sort of a prisoner, a captive, in ancient Persia, right?
Persia's such a wild place to be.
Right, and I was the sort of the talk of the kingdom, and I would just be behind these bars, just constantly moving and lifting and like going to the next machine and doing stuff. And what they would do is they would bring sort of dignitaries from foreign lands to come and see me,
So
to
weird.
sort of in my head.
Weird.
It was to show the potency of the Persian army. And they'd say, we have 10,000 strong. You know, an army like him, 10,000 strong. And there'd be a local sort of Mesopotamian or, you know, some
you
sort
had
of...
all this time to think about this.
Yeah, but this is all happening in an instant. And they're going, and there's women looking through the cage going, no. And then there's men, and then there's like kings and dignitaries going, it cannot be, like all this sort of thing. And then I imagine that there's a great dinner that takes place outside of my cage, and they invite all these.
This doesn't happen.
They invite all
This
these.
doesn't happen in an
It developed over 10
This is
15 minutes.
mental.
So they have a great banquet outside of my cage, and they invite princes and great scholars from across the Middle East. There you go. From across the Middle East to come and witness this, you know, these untold feats of strength and endurance. And then just as it's sort of getting calm, the king of Mesopotamia, who's been invited to see me.
Been invited.
He's been invited to see me. He stands up and goes, there shall be a great tournament. and he goes, 10,000 of armour versus 10,000 of armour. And then now the problem is my captor, he knows that I am a singular beast. The rest of his army are just like the Mesopotamian army. So now I'm stuck in this thing.
This is so
So
weird.
now I'm stuck in this quandary that took place all in the gym over a span of about 5 minutes. This quandary where I go, I either fight for to remain a slave for the Persian kingdom, or if I lose, I will be fed to the wolves.
And then what happens?
I fight for him, and in this horrible moral quandary, I'm just moving and lifting and everything, and the next thing I'm finished. And all of civilization will remember me, and they will never attack our lands because they think that we have an army 10,000 strong just like me, but I'm really the only one.
It's mad, isn't it? Because people think that I'm weird, I just remember that actually you're weirder, and I don't think people realise that you're a nutter. Right, let's do Joe versus Joe. That was wild. Bubba-da-boom. Right, what's this on, Ethan?
Fucking hell. Right, everyone, hello and welcome to Joe versus Joe. Thank you so much for so many emails. When we've been away in America, we've received so many Joe versus Joe requests, and we'll try and do as many as possible. And the one I've landed on from today...
What's the current score, please, Ethan?
That's a great question.
5-2.
Joe. Yes,
It's 5-2.
that sounds right.
It's not, but it's 5-2.
Because McGrath pulled one back to keep it
Yeah.
alive. And so this is again match point.
No, it's first to seven.
First to 7.
This is the penultimate match point, some
Yeah.
would say.
Right, let's get going.
So this is from Ross. And I've actually met Ross before. I met Ross a few times. We played football in Stockport together with some of my housemate Patterson's friends and them. And he's... I didn't realise Ross took such an interest in me, which was quite nice. He says, hello to the Joes and Ethan. Big fan of the podcast and semi-recent slopper. Ethan's story is often involving experiencing some degree of emotional trauma. Never failed to make me feel better about my own life. And the Joes are always there to twist the knife.
Nice.
Yeah, he goes on to say, what are friends for? I have actually played football with Ethan through a connection via mutual friends, as I just said. Or at least, hello to Jimmy, who's one of the group who watches the show. Or at least they said they saw a young child wandering around a 7-a-side pitch with a longing look on his face.
That'll be you,
And
Ethan.
so they got him involved. I don't know who that is. I'm currently in between years at university and having nothing better to do with life. Thus spawned the idea for my Joe versus Joe quiz, the theme of which things are all things Joe. Oh yes, it's another one.
Like
Right?
we did a Joe themed one last time.
But that's okay. There's multiple Joe things.
In all these quizzes, Ethan's picked the exact theme.
No.
Last time.
Well, I tell you what, you better get 5 out of 5 then, hadn't you?
Why? Because I didn't win last time. I
Mr.
don't
Cocky
think.
bollocks.
Right, let's go.
Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Let me see you, fam.
Question 1. Music. I am the name. Sorry, I'll start again.
I am
If
the
this is
name
named the person from The Clash, we've done this.
I am the name of a red-headed bank clerk who flirted with the husband of a very famous singer-songwriter. Who am I?
Can you read the question again?
Yeah.
I am the name.
Can you read it with a bit more? You feel like a bit more.
So,
I know it.
So the whole idea is that the answers
I know it.
are related to our reference, or at least contain the name Joe in some kind of capacity. So
Okay,
it's not exactly Joe, but it's like loosely
Okay, I get
related
ya.
in some
Joe
ways.
is the theme.
Joey's the
Yeah.
theme.
What's the question?
So the question is, so this is the topic of music, and it's, I am the name of a red-headed bank clerk who flirted with the husband of a very famous singer-songwriter. Who am I?
Right, do a countdown. Say alarm soon.
I'll give you 10 seconds because there's a bit of a... I want to think about...
I have no idea.
What have
Do
you
know
got
that?
at
Yes, I
home?
know it.
Are you
Is it-
shouting
is
out
it-
the
is
answer?
that the
I
storyline?
can't tell you.
Is that the storyline to a song?
I can't tell you.
Or is
5
that like a
seconds.
real
Say
life thing?
alarm soon.
5 seconds.
I'm just guessing. I have no idea at all what that even means.
Alarm, 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 alarm.
So right, so I've written my answer. Is that the theme? Is that the storyline of a song?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
think so.
yes, the theme
What
is
have you got?
the
I've
theme
just
is
put
music.
Joni Mitchell because I don't know. I was guessing.
Is it Dolly Parton, Jolene?
Correct.
Please don't take my man.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Very
Right,
good.
next one, number 2. Let's have it. I got it.
What?
Ethan, let's go.
Excellent, well done, Joe McGrath. It's
Bank
1-0.
clerk.
Yeah, if you listen to the lyrics, it's
What,
deep.
which lyric that
Oh,
you
you're
know?
working in that West. Right, go on.
Hang on. Have you looked at this? Because that's not
Hang on a sec.
I've not looked at
Right,
it.
let's go to the next one.
Jolene.
Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one.
I haven't
Let's go to the next one.
looked at it.
Let's
I
go to the
sang
next
that
one.
West.
This is a fantastic little bit of information. there
Was
from
it red?
Ethan Jones.
It wasn't.
Oh yeah, like you can't.
I
right
just
click
literally said
unread.
if this was going to be a song called The Clash, this wasn't. We've done this one. Go to the next one. I've got 4 minutes.
Next question. Film and media. I'm a very famous Joe with a very popular podcast. Don't flatter yourself, lads. As of today, this was the 26th of July, how many podcast episodes have I released? Closest wins.
Great.
What?
It's Joe Rogan. How many podcasts has he got?
Oh. How do you know that?
He's the famous podcaster in the world. And you don't know who Joe Rogan is?
Right. Okay.
What have you got?
1,300.
2,500.
So, McGrath, what was yours again?
2,500.
And Joe Smith?
1,300.
It's 2011, which means McGrath gets it. He's closer. It's 2-0.
If you think I'm winning this, you're talking shit. I know because I watched a one about aliens the other day. No, what did I watch? And he's approaching 2,000. You can think all you want. Next question.
Oh dear.
That excuse didn't make any sense, by the way, but carry on.
I watched I see TikTok clips and it says taken from episode 2000 and something.
Okay. I believe you.
It's getting a bit tense here.
It is.
not getting
If I get the next one, you don't. I'm walking out.
Well, you win if you get the next one, and I don't.
Question 3. Again, the topic of film and media. I'm a fictional serial killer stalker and bookstore manager from a popular television series. What is my full name and what television series am I from? You get a point for both.
Can you ask the question again, please?
Yes, of course. And for those listening at home, have you got it? It's I am a fictional serial killer, a stalker, and bookstore manager from a popular television series. What is my full name? That's a point. And what television series am I from? It's another.
This is tricky. I don't.
Oh, I'm enjoying this one. Alarm. Can I have your answers, please?
I don't know his name, but I think it's from the TV show on Netflix called You. Because I watched it on Gogglebox.
I ain't even got an answer. I put Sherlock. I have no idea.
The character is called Joe Goldberg, and it's from You, which means Joe McGrath takes it and he's back into it.
That's 5-3.
Right, should we finish off the last couple of questions?
No, one more. No, I generally need to go.
We need to do the 5.
No, because I've won.
Well, yeah, but this one was worth 2 points.
6 minutes
Are
ago.
any of the last questions worth more than 1 point?
The answer to that is no.
Well done, Joe.
Yes. Okay, the next question, which is a 2-pointer.
Here we go.
In episode 4 of the Sloppy Joes podcast, Joe Smith says that X may be the greatest ingredient on earth. But what was he talking about? And for a bonus point, what colour was Joe McGraw's jumper? It was quite hideously memorable. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can I have the answer for the first one, the
Yellow.
ingredient? That's not an ingredient, but I'll take the
Butter.
answer. Okay, and that's correct. Joe's answer of yellow is incorrect.
I've gone purple.
Okay. And McGrath for the colour.
Yellow. That was it. Yellow.
Mustard. That's not correct, Joe McGrath.
What colour was it?
It's mustard.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said yellow.
Right. Is the last question a point or 2 points?
No,
No, don't do it because I generally need to go.
it's a
Is it a
point.
point?
It's a point.
I have won. It
Yeah.
is 5-3.
Interesting that, wasn't it? Just before you go...
Why wouldn't I have said
10
mustard?
10 seconds. Sing a little bit of Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Jolene,
No, the
Jolene,
sing- yeah.
Jolene, Jolene.
Not the chorus.
I'm begging of you, please
No.
don't take my man.
Okay. The verse. The bit that describes where she works in a bank.
Yeah, but you don't need to know that she works in a bar clerk. It's a Dolly Parton song, very famous.
No, never said Dolly Parton.
Yeah, but it said about someone stealing your lover, and it's got the name Joe in it.
Interesting, isn't it?
Right,
Very
everyone.
interesting. A minute ago, he
I've got to
claimed...
go to WingFest.
He claimed it was made clear in the lyrics that she worked in a bank,
Bye,
and now
everyone.
he cannot recount those
Bye,
lyrics.
everyone.
It's
Ethan
5-3.
Wave.
I think it might be 6-3. We need to check that.
Yeah, check that. Ethan Wave.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
You fuckers.
You've
Right.
cheated there, haven't you?
I swear my life I've not cheated.